Children go missing in this country all the time. It's been an endless menace. But the story of a 12-year-old boy from Bengaluru's suburb of Whitefield, the upscale suburb of Whitefield, is now in the headlines and has got a great deal of attention in Bengaluru and beyond. This is the story of 12-year-old Parinav, a young schoolboy who went missing on the 21st of January, that is on Sunday. He's been captured on CCTV video after he left school in the afternoon from Sunday, which shows him dressed in a yellow t-shirt and grey pants with his school bag with Allen written on it, carrying that backpack. He was seen around 3:34 p.m. on Sunday at the Majestic bus stop, which is a well-known landmark in Bengaluru, boarding a BMTC bus. At around 3:11 p.m. the same day, he was seen near a petrol pump in Yemlur. That's that image you just saw. He was later spotted on CCTV footage near the Kaveri hospital between Kundalahalli Gate and Maratahalli Bridge at 2:30 p.m. on the same day. That was just a little earlier. In this particular video, you can actually see Parinav walking from a distance towards where the camera actually captures him. He actually has a short interaction with someone where he appears to be showing that person something with his hands. That person hands him back whatever he was showing him, and then he walks out of the frame. Parinav is a student of Dean's Academy, the Gunjur branch in Whitefield. He had left the Allen tutorial class in Whitefield on Sunday morning. For any information on Parinav, please, viewer, especially if you are in Bengaluru or Karnataka, please contact the numbers that will continue to flash on the screen of his parents and his well-wishers who are all currently looking for Parinav. Parinav's mother has also put out a heart-rending video appeal for any information about her missing son.
Hi Parinav, how are you? And where are you? We all are waiting in our home. Please come back, Nana. Your little brother is also waiting for you. Nana is waiting. Grandparents are all waiting. Ammamma, Tata, Nainamma, Tata all came here to see you. Please come back. Don't be scared for anything. You please come back, Nana. We all love you so much. We all miss you. Please call me back, Kanna. Please call me. We are not at all not interested to stay in home because you are not in our home. You went somewhere. Please come back. Please, Panna. I am in your room only. I am seeing your books and your dresses. I am seeing your photos. Please come back, Parinav. We all love you so much, so much. We can't tell how much love we have. You please understand, Nana. Don't be scared for anything. Please call us. We will help you. Don't be thinking negatively anything. Please call us. Please call to Amma mobile or your Nana mobile. Nana is missing you a lot. Nana is waiting for you. Please, Kanna. Love you so much.
And we certainly hope that Parinav is found very, very soon, but it's already been 3 days since he went missing. I want to first bring in our India Today's Sagai Raj, tracking this story from Bengaluru. Sagai, 2 pieces of video footage captured on CCTV camera. Many pictures of Parinav, that very heartbreaking message from his mother. You've spoken to his father. You're in touch with the family as well. Can you tell us the current status of the search for young Parinav, Sagai?
See, as of now, the father is getting several calls from the people. Good Samaritans are calling him up and giving the leads, but wherever he reaches out, all those leads seems to be not helpful for him. And they check the CCTV footage and they realize that it was not Parinav. And they have found out that he was last time seen near Mantri Mall and Corporation, and the father reached out there. Even at that point of time, we couldn't trace him there. So still the search is on. The father and the mother, both of them are completely shattered. They are not even willing to come on camera, and he's continuously getting the call because this particular video as well as the photo of the kid has got viral on social media. Many of them are helping, but these are not fruitful for the family. Family have also approached the police. Police are also searching simultaneously along with the family members and relatives. And so far, there are no leads.
Okay, so far no leads, which is making this, especially painful for the family. And the reason why we've decided to highlight this story, of course, is that in the hope that more people will see these images of Parinav more than just social media, see those numbers flashing on our screen, and hopefully have some helpful information to share. A reminder that it's been 3 days and counting. Sagai, thank you very much. I want to now bring on to our show two persons from Whitefield Rising, an organization that's actually been raising awareness about this missing boy and trying to get help and gather help for him. I'm joined by Vijay Mudayakel. He's a search team member. He's actually been out there trying to search and help search for Parinav. He's also a neighbor of Parinav's family. Nitya Ramakrishnan is a member of Whitefield Rising. She's been doing her bit to get some information going as well. Vijay, if I could start with you, not much more information has emerged since the Whitefield police, released information about a couple of hours ago with video footage of Parinav, captured after he had left and just before he possibly went missing. You've been out there, part of search teams as well. What can you tell us?
Yeah, so it has been very painful. I'm the neighbor. So for the last 50 plus hours, we have been counting. And I think yesterday there were hopes we were able to kind of trace him through the CCTV footages. But from, the last footage that you mentioned, that was on Sunday around 4:30 in the evening. Since then, there were several lead calls, but when we kind of further review that and go to those places, we were unable to really get any concrete information. So we are kind of really stuck here, and I think the authorities are also helping us, but then we are at this moment, we do not have too many concrete leads to really pursue this. So would really appreciate this to be kind of taken to the wider audience, and who we really need a larger support to really take this forward. That's been
absolutely. Absolutely, Vijay, because that's the reason why we've decided to put the spotlight on this story, and we're going to keep flashing those numbers as well so our viewers can make a note of that. Nitya, if I could bring you in, you're part of Whitefield Rising. I actually occasioned upon this story because of Whitefield Rising's tweets that I saw on social media. You've been, trying to raise awareness, put more, focus and pressure on this story. What can you share with us about the effort? From the outside looking in, Whitefield is a nice, easy suburb of Bengaluru. It's an upscale part of the city. One doesn't normally hear about children missing in this manner. What can you tell us?
You'd be surprised. Actually, we do have multiple cases of missing children. They just don't get the attention. We also have multiple cases of missing elders because of dementia and things like that. So I want to call upon two very important things. One is, if this is a 12-year-old child who really can't, be left surviving on his own on the streets, he is just not familiar with how to survive in such an environment. So we as a society really have an ownership, all of us, as Vijay just pointed out, not just those few volunteers who are neighbors of the missing child. So I know there are efforts by the police, etc. But just think about it. If this was a very high-profile case, if this was a politician's son, or if it was a senior police officer's child or something like that, what would that search effort look like? I think we really need to wear that hat and see how would that translate? Every media, every railway station, not just within our own city, but in nearby cities, every bus stop, not just Majestic, but in, say, neighboring states like Andhra, should be flashing this picture. I mean, this is a boy in bright yellow, small kid with a backpack. How can it be that hard to find him? And we are also in tech city. I mean, you could rope in Google. There are countries like in the US, etc. There are things called Amber Alerts. As soon as a child goes missing, or if anybody goes missing, if we truly value that specific life, why is this not in everybody's phone? Everywhere everybody has a phone. We could do things like that. So bringing back the focus right now to Parinav, I think you're doing a great job by featuring this. It would be wonderful if every half an hour you just keep flashing. And on the police side, as the second point, they really take this up as a challenge and say, you know what? Not under my watch. This child will be brought back. And if they can do that, I think this child will be brought back very quickly. Time is ticking. Time is of the essence. The third
Absolutely.
nightfall is looming large. So it's a great appeal. And one more thing, all the businesses that have any leads around this, they need to be checking their CCTVs. All apartment complexes, anytime they hear, if they're following this case and if they feel that the last lead was near, say, Yamlur or Majestic, they all need to be going back to review their CCTVs. We understand that CCTVs, many of them are not functioning.
Yes,
so it's really
absolutely.
difficult for a few volunteers to be doing all of this. We kindly request the city to come alive and take charge of this child as their own child, and please step out to search for this child.
I can assure you, Nitya, that the numbers and all the information that is being shared with us by your organization, the police, is being amplified constantly here on India Today, and I will ensure it continues to happen until this young man is found. Vijay, if I could bring you back in, there are two video clips. I know that, we are not part of the police, so we can't conduct a forensic investigation. The best we can do is guess. But, there is this one video clip which you've seen, which appears to be at some kind of a bus stop, where you see Parinav walking down the footpath, and then he stops and he seems to be showing something to a passerby. There are two pieces of something in his hand. He seems to be showing something to somebody else. That man takes it from him, looks at it, and then gives it back, and then Parinav walks on. Is there anything you can share with us about that? Are his parents, the police, throwing any light on what that is? It doesn't appear to be a phone. It appears to be something else. Was he trying to sell something? What was that, Vijay?
So when I saw this video, I called up his dad, Sukesh, and we were trying to see what he would be trying to sell this. Actually, it is more like he was trying to sell something. So most likely it would be a new pen case that has been kind of brought for him recently, and he was trying to sell that because he went out without any cash or a mobile. So he doesn't have any other valuables that he could really sell out for his survival. So probably he's a smart kid, though he's 12 years old. He talks well. He's been pretty good in overall things that he has been doing. So probably he was just trying to explore if he could just sell something that he already possesses and try to get some money for his basic living. So that's what I feel at this moment. It's too early to make any further conclusions on this, but at this moment, yeah, that's what we feel. But as a search party, I think yesterday and today, there is quite a lot of people on ground searching, especially from the volunteers group. Once Whitefield Rising posted it, we are getting, the WhatsApp group is flooded. More than 1,000 people are there in 2-3 WhatsApp groups. So we have plenty of volunteers, but then at the end of it, needs to be kind of done in a more professional manner, the search operation. We've been going from shop to shop, trying to trace the CCTVs, and as the other speaker told, many of the places, the CCTV cameras are not available. And then yesterday I went to the command center, the police command center near the Cunningham Road, which is the centralized center for all the Bangalore traffic police. So they were also not able to help us, as many of these cameras in the main street that lead to Whitefield to, say, Majestic, where the bus was boarded by the boy. They were not operational, and we were quite worried about that. I thought we could really get some lead through that, but unfortunately, they were quite helpful. They allowed us to really see the footages, but unfortunately, those cameras also didn't help us yesterday. And now the time is ticking, more than 50 hours over. The third night is just approaching. And we, as family and friends and close relatives and neighbors, all of us are worried about the kid. I hope, with your support, we will get some further leads, which we will be able to pursue in the next few hours and kind of bring him back home.
That would be that would be the biggest thing that we can hope for right now. I hope that people watching, I hope somehow someone out there watching this, has perhaps not seen this on social media and has some helpful information to share with either the father of this young boy or the police. Nitya, one final question to you. Each of these cases is different. They have to be sensitively handled. One can only conjecture on the circumstances under which something like this is happening. I couldn't help notice the the manner in which in that very, heartbreaking video by the mother, she says everything is fine, please come back. Even in the flyers that have been published, the parents have said everything is fine. I don't want to sit here and wonder what may have been happening. There may have been some domestic disturbance. He may have been yelled at. Who knows? We are no one to judge. The focus right now needs to be on making sure that this boy is safe. But as someone who is part of Whitefield Rising, how does one, navigate and handle such sensitive issues? You're seeing a boy trying to, as per Vijay, perhaps try to sell something. We don't know whether it is to raise money, to travel further. That is, one, unsettling thought that could be before the police as well. But how does one handle all of these things as a volunteer like you?
Yeah, it is hard to conjecture the cause because every family, every dynamic is very different and every child is very different. And what triggers one, who knows what triggers. So it's very hard to assume anything at this stage. Certainly, some deconstruction after would be very useful, especially from the family, because I'm going to hope for the best and that this child is quickly back safely in the hands of the parents and that they are able to provide us some leads on what may have happened, because every time an incident happens, the post would help a lot of people take learnings and lessons from it and see if something could have been done different and the situation didn't happen. But right now it's very hard. What would really help is to have a playbook. If something like this were to happen, how can we quickly alert? So he left at whatever time he did. What if as soon as the police were alerted, Majestic is the first stop. What if Majestic people were waiting? Supposing you had heard that a criminal was on the loose and was headed towards Majestic, wouldn't all police be waiting? Why is it that we're doing it for that kind of cause rather than for when a child, our own child, has gone missing, So we need those kinds of playbooks so that we quickly act. A poor parent and volunteers are not professionals that are used to doing this kind of stuff, right? So we as a society have to create that playbook and help them. So right now, I really want to bring the focus back to Parinav rather than talk about post-mortem or what may have been the cause. And if we can I implore you to take the lead and be that media that keeps flashing his picture everywhere. Thank you.
We will be doing that every half hour, I assure you. We're going to be putting it out on our social media as well. I personally will amplify this on my handles. And thank you, Nitya and Vijay, for taking the time out and being with us and sharing this with us. It's very important. Remember, as I opened with this story, I will end with the same word. Parinav is only representative. There are hundreds, perhaps more, of children in this country who go missing, and all of them possibly have different reasons, so we don't know what this was about. We can only hope and pray that he is returned safely to his family that's waiting for him. Parinav, if you're listening to this, please remember you're only 12 years old. Whatever may be in your mind, whatever you may be thinking about, you must try and get in touch with your parents and go back safely to them. And that's something we will continue to cover here on India Today.